What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another episode of NBA Weekly. I'm your host, Pee Wee the Plug, and in today's episode, we have to talk about the disappointing Los Angeles Lakers. They're starting the year 0-4. They are one of three teams that are still winless. It's the Orlando Magic at 0-5. The Lakers are 0-4, and I believe the Sacramento Kings are still 0-3. Never in a million years did I expect us to be here with the Los Angeles Lakers. Maybe 1-3 like Philly, maybe 1-2, maybe 2-2 or something like that. But 0-4 to start the year. We have a lot of problems to address in the LaLa Land. Now, last night I think is what makes this season interesting, because the first three games and ever since the end of last season and how everything went, a lot of the conversations around the Lakers have been geared towards Russell Westbrook. One thing I want to make clear before we start this dialogue is that I'm not a guy that's a big enough Russell Westbrook fan to exempt him from any of his wrongdoing or any of the responsibility that he holds as far as the Lakers not being the team that they strive to be. I am also not a Los Angeles Laker fan or big enough Bron fanatic to try and use Russell Westbrook as a scapegoat and to sit up here and pretend that he shoulders all of the responsibility and blame for why the Lakers are not the team they hope to be. And I think that's the perfect conversation starter for this particular topic that we're going to go in about. A lot of the conversations around the Lakers at the beginning of the season when they failed to 0-3 were Russell Westbrook centered. Man, Russ does this. Russ doesn't do enough of that. We can't shoot when Russ is on the floor. He's the worst shooter. He's this, he's that, and the third. Now, one thing I will say, the last game that Russ played in against the Portland Trail Blazers, I am a guy that looked at that game and said, okay, that's a situation where I blame Russell Westbrook. They were up. It was 31 seconds left, 19 seconds left in the shot clock. Mid-range pull-up, talking about a 2-for-1 while you're up 2 late in the fourth quarter with around 30-something seconds left. If you hold the ball, make the time waste a little bit, look for a better shot, you then force Portland to have to play faster or then foul you, and it becomes a free throw game. I wasn't the biggest fan of that situation and using your IQ as a point guard. Down the stretch, you have to be better. And even in that situation, the Lakers did have about a 7-point lead with a minute left. So it's still a situation where it's like, that's not all of Russell Westbrook's fault. But in that specific game, you see Russell Westbrook's weaknesses, really trouble the Lakers down the stretch in that game where guys weren't defending him. Same thing against the Clippers. They're leaving him. But then I also look around the floor and I see the same thing happen to Anthony Davis. So this last game against the Nuggets, I really watched, and I was anticipating the Lakers to try to come out and somewhat make some type of statement against Russell Westbrook, because I'm like, man, LeBron is probably going to have a 30-point triple-double. Guys are not going to make shots now. And no, that's not what happened. They still can't really throw a rock in the ocean right now. And I think the problems with this team lays way, way deeper than the Russell Westbrook issue. One of the things I want to point out, I got the Lakers stats in front of me, is I believe with or without Russell Westbrook, the Lakers have done a bad job of finding out their identity on the offensive side of the basketball. When I take a look at some of these statistics in front of me, it's really, really ugly. So, for example, there's no secret. The Los Angeles Lakers are the worst three-point shooting team across the NBA. They're ranked dead last in three-point percentage at 22%. 22%. So they're taking 37 threes a game, which is ninth. They are in top 10 as far as three-pointers attempted. They attempt 9, the ninth most in the NBA. But when it comes to actually making them, they're dead last. To me, that's a bit of an issue. I'm not somebody here that's saying the Lakers shouldn't shoot threes at all of a sudden because they're not making them and because they're not falling in the first 4 games. Obviously, the league right now is a three-point centered league. And when you have LeBron James and how unstoppable he is when it goes to getting to the basket and how much pressure he puts on defenses to collapse them and kick it out to shooters, that's always been the recipe for LeBron James to have success with his teammates and be on successful teams. But for me, if I'm Darvin Ham, if I'm Phil Handy and I'm anybody on that Lakers bench or a part of that Lakers staff, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, what changes do we make? Because we're attempting the 9th most in the league, but we're making the least. That just doesn't make sense to me. So right then and there, as just an outside viewer, I look at the Lakers and I say, at what point do y'all change the strategy? Now, again, I'm not saying they have to have the least amount of three-pointers attempted across the league, but maybe we shouldn't shoot 37 threes in a game or be so desperate to look for three-point shots if we're not making them. Because you look at the two-point conversions, they attempt around league average. They're 15th as far as two-pointers attempted, but they're making their two-pointers at a 54% clip, which is ranked 11th in basketball. So it sounds like they should try to get more twos. Now, obviously, a real basketball mind would say, well, P, if they stop shooting the threes and all they're trying to do is get twos, defenses will change and adjust to stop them from getting easy two-point looks, for sure. And that goes in my case where, of course, if you have a three, you look for it and you take it, you shoot it with confidence. But I feel like a lot of times the Lakers do a lot of settling. You know what I mean? There's a lot of three-point shots from Anthony Davis that's fallen. That's not falling, but that are attempted. Russell Westbrook shoots a lot of them when he has them. Lonnie Walker, Beverly. I have a stat in front of me that says among players league-wide with 10 or more three-point attempts this season, 4 different Lakers, Westbrook, Lonnie Walker, Anthony Davis, and Patrick Beverly are in the bottom 12 with three-point percentages below 20%. That is a disgusting stat. That is a disgusting stat. Even it says the shooting issues extend far beyond one player. James is third on a team in three-point percentage, and he's barely making more than 25% from three. So LeBron James is one of the top three-point shooters right now on a team as far as percentages, and he's barely shooting above 25% from three. So again, you have to understand who your roster is, who the players on the roster is. You have to form an identity around that team. I know Darvin Ham comes from the Bucks. The Bucks had Giannis. Giannis is an unstoppable force or a freak of nature inside the interior. And so because of that, it generated a lot of three-point looks for everybody else outside of Giannis on the Bucks team. You got Grayson Allen, Drew Holiday, Middleton, Brook Lopez can knock down shots. Bobby Portis can knock down shots. Pat Connaughton knocks down shots. Javon can knock down shots. George Hill. They've always brought in guys around Giannis who can knock down three-point shots at an extreme clip. So Darvin Ham comes from the philosophy that, hey, if we have somebody in the architect of Giannis, LeBron James, who can dribble, penetrate to the rim, and attack that forces defenses to collapse heavily, they kick it out, just shoot the basketball. The only difference is this isn't the Milwaukee Bucks. And I'm scrolling, I'm looking through this roster right now, and I'm going to sort the team by three-point percentage. You have number 1, Max Christie, the rookie out of Michigan State. He doesn't qualify because he barely plays. He plays 2.5 minutes a game. He's only playing 2 games this season. He's shooting at a 1,000% clip. That just isn't even right. Okay, so as far as guys that actually play, you have Matt Ryan, who's shooting 50% from 3. He makes about 1.5 out of every 3-pointer he attempts. So he shoots about 3 a game, and he makes about 1.5. You have Austin Reeves, who is at 40%. He shoots 2.5 per game. He makes about 1 a game. And then you have a significant drop-off. So you have 50% three-point shooter Matt Ryan, 40% three-point shooter in Austin Reeves. And then we go down to LeBron, and he's shooting, again, 26%. Kendrick Nunn is the 4th best three-point shooter. He's shooting 23%. And then right under there, nobody else is even shooting 20%. Patrick Beverly, 18%. Anthony Davis, 18%. Lonnie Walker, 17%. Juan Toscano-Anderson, 12%. And Russell Westbrook he's not even in the 10s. He's 0.083%, and he attempts 4 a game. 4 a game. Lonnie Walker, 17% from 3. He shoots 6 a game. 6. Patrick Beverly shoots 4 3-pointers a game, and he's below 20%. So if we add all these up, Anthony Davis shoots 3 a game, and he's at 18%. So out of all of the guys who are shooting below 20%, you have 4 from Patrick Beverly, 3 from Anthony Davis, that's 7. You have 6 from Lonnie Walker, that's 13. 2 from Toscano-Anderson, that's 15. And then 4 from Russell Westbrook. How many names is that? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 guys shooting below 20% a game from 3. And those 5 guys combined average on a nightly basis around 23-point attempts. To me, That's just not that's not going to happen. It's not going to work that way, man. It's not going to work that way. And Anthony Davis, when we talk about 2-pointers, he's almost shooting 60%. He shoots 16 2-pointers a game, and he makes 9 of them. Like, Anthony Davis might not be able to shoot three threes a game no more. He might not be able to. Russell Westbrook is not even, he's below 10%. He's like 8% from 3, and he's shooting 4 a game. Right now, Russell Westbrook is shooting 29% from the field. 29% from the field. 29% from the field. So again, I'm saying all this to say the Lakers' problems are a lot deeper than Russell Westbrook. They're a lot deeper. And eventually in the next couple of days, I'm going to do a video about the three different trades that I think could help save the Lakers season. It's hard for me to say that because the more and more I look at the Lakers, the less confident I feel to act like, hey, if they just trade Russell Westbrook, everything is going to be okay. No. You bring in Miles Turner and Buddy Hield, I like that trade a lot because obviously it gives you size, it gives you shooting, and now it gives you a little bit more depth because Lonnie Walker, in my opinion, will be a great 6-man for this Laker team. I do not like seeing Lonnie Walker play small forward for them, but I got to give the Lakers and Darvin Ham some type of credit because when we talk about the Lakers from a defensive standpoint, they do their thing. They one of the top defenses in the league. Literally, like one of the best defenses in the league. You look at their defensive rating at 4th in the NBA right now at 104.9. They get stops, they rebound, they force some turnovers. They don't really turn the ball over too crazy, but everything else as far as offensive is just not clicking. It's just not clicking. When you talk about points per game, they're ranked 29th. They're second and last, averaging 102 points per game. But at the same time, they play with pace. They're second in pace. It's just so much different weird things that go on around the Lakers that don't add up. Why is a team the second last in scoring, but they have the second best pace? That just it's mind-boggling when you look at some of these things. They don't get to the free throw line enough. They're ranked 26th in free throw attempts. You on the team with Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Russell Westbrook, and you're getting to the free throw line the 4th worst in the league? Or 5th worst? And then when they get there, they ain't that bad. They're 12th as far as free throw percentage. They shoot 78%, almost close to 80% from the free throw line. So it's strange to me. It's strange when I look at the Lakers statistics as a team. Total rebounder, they're 22nd. I don't like that for the Lakers. When we talk about offensive rebounding, they're ranked 26th. I don't like that for the Lakers. So it's something got to give. Assists, they're 20th. LeBron and Russell Westbrook historically have been 2 of the best assist guys over the last decade when we talk about from a numbers standpoint. And now it's just like LeBron has 8 assists a game, and the next guy is Russell Westbrook with 4.3. And I know a part of it is what we talked about earlier. They can't make shots, but I think this Lakers team has a lot to work on. They have a lot, and I think they need to hurry up because if they continue to play it out, it's not going to end well, man. It's not going to end well. And I just saw a stat. There's 2 teams who have made the playoffs after starting 0-4. The 2017 Oklahoma City Thunder that had Russell Westbrook. The 2021 Washington Wizards that had Russell Westbrook. And now we have the Los Angeles Lakers in 2022, 2023 who are 0-4 and they have Russell Westbrook. And that's not me saying that the Lakers are going to make the playoffs all of a sudden because anybody that knows those 2 teams that made it prior to this situation, they let Russell Westbrook go full throttle. I don't see that happen in Los Angeles because even if you look at the stats, LeBron James is controlling a rock, rightfully so. Rightfully so. He's earned that role. It's LeBron James, the second greatest player to ever play the game, depending on who you ask. He's earned that right. But I look at last night's game, man, even if you take out Russell Westbrook from the starting lineup, it doesn't fix a lot, man. So the Laker fans and Laker Nation is trying to put everything on Russell Westbrook like he's a scapegoat. It's not hidden. The one thing that we can give them credit for, and the one thing I think that is okay to credit them is defensively. You cannot deny the fact that they turned it up defensively. They've really turned it up defensively. They locked in. I love everything that I'm seeing from them as far as how they're communicating, and even Russ on that end looks to be better. But, I mean, even last night, the consistent names. Austin Reeves made 2 of 3, and Matt Ryan made 2 of 3 from 3. Those are the 2 guys that can make shots right now. You look at everybody else. Patrick Beverly, 0 of 2 from 3. Trey Brown Jr., 0 of 3 from 3. Anthony Davis, he only took 1. He had 22, 14, and 5, 11 of 19 from the field One of those 8 misses was from 3. I love that. We need more of that from Anthony Davis. Kendrick Nunn, 1 of 4 from 3. LeBron James, 2 of 8 from 3. Lonnie Walker, 1 of 6 from 3. So if your name ain't Matt Ryan or if your name ain't Austin Reeves, you're not shooting anything right now. And then I scratch my head because it's like, why on earth is Matt Ryan and Austin Reeves only 2 of 3? But then I look at Lonnie Walker. Why does he shoot 6 threes? Why does he shoot 6 threes? LeBron is 2 of 8. Nunn is 1 of 4. Like, I don't know. They got to double up on the 3-point attempts. And I know Matt Ryan is not the defender that a lot of those guys I just named is. So in turn, they're playing more minutes. Matt Ryan only played 9 minutes, probably because as soon as he got on the court, the Nuggets attacked him. Same thing the Clippers did when I was at that game, courtside. Almost courtside. Let me not say I was on the floor. The Lakers have some issues. And I believe, let me check. I believe they were saying that Mo Harkless may be signed by the Lakers. They're looking to sign him or looking into him, considering signing veteran to a deal. Yeah, so hopefully they can bring in Mo Harkless. They need some wing help. They need some wing size. Like I said, they're doing anything defensively, but even just the versatility this team lacks, it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch. They have a lot of guys that are like not really great at anything. They don't have any specialists. You know, as much as I like Juan Toscano Anderson, the role he played with the Warriors where everybody kind of fell in love with his game, that's like some years ago. He fell out of the Warriors rotation. You know, if you look at last year's Warrior team, Juan Toscano Anderson wasn't really playing the way he was playing. He popped on the scene, and he was and ever since then his minutes dropped. He came in and played 13 games for them his first time, 20.9 minutes averaged. That second year, he became a part of kind of the rotation, played 53 games, 20.9 minutes. Year after that, 13 minutes. It just dropped significantly, just dropped. The Warriors got back to full strength, minutes dropped, and he comes to the Lakers and he playing 16 minutes a game, and we're not seeing the Juan Toscano Anderson that the Warriors got out of him. Kendrick Nunn was supposed to be a bright spot. If Kendrick Nunn ain't really making shots for the Lakers, what else can he do? What else can Kendrick Nunn do if he's not providing some type of offense for them? And right now, it's just, again, he's like Russell Westbrook. Not only is he not making shots from the 3-point line, he's shooting 29% from the field. He's shooting 29% from the field. He makes 2 shots out of 8. Out of every 8 shots he takes, he makes 2. Free throw line, he's 0.0. I don't think Kendrick Nunn has attempted a free throw this season. I really don't think Kendrick Nunn has attempted a free throw. What Troy Brown Jr., and again, I'm not disrespecting any of these players, but what does Troy Brown Jr. do great? What does he do great? What is his thing that puts him on the floor where you say, I have to put Troy Brown Jr. on the floor? In the 2 games, he's giving you 7 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. Not terrible, but when we talk about a team constructed to play around LeBron James and Russell Westbrook, why on earth are we looking for more guys who are trying to do a little bit of everything? Troy Brown Jr. is trying to be a Swiss Army knife, but at the wing and not in the forward position. So that means when he's sharing time with Russell Westbrook or LeBron, how is he being impactful? Because he's averaging 3.6 attempts from 3 a game, but he's making none of them. He's not a specialist. The Los Angeles Lakers need specialists. They need guys who can go out there and defend and are capable of making some type of shot capacity from beyond the arc, just some type of shots. And if they can't find that, I suggest Darvin Ham and the Lakers staff to uptick minutes in Austin Reeves, uptick minutes in Matt Ryan, and the defense got to drop a little bit. There's no point in having a defense that's 4th in the league as far as defensive rating. And they say defense wins championships, but it cannot. The Lakers have a top 5 defense and haven't won a game. So I would prefer to let the defense drop a notch and let the offense kind of get an uptick, because maybe you can win some type of games like that. Maybe if your defense is 11th and your offense is not 30th or 29th and is what? If your offense can get to 17th, 19th, 20th, maybe you can win some games that way. But the recipe of having this great defense that's ranked 4th and this terrible offense that's ranked dead last, offensive rating is a 97.1, ranked 30th. 30th. This ain't it. The Lakers need to find an identity, and they need to find a brand of basketball that correlates to the roster if they're not committing to making extreme changes. And we getting reports from the GM and Rob Pelinka, the Lakers want to play 20 to 25 games before they start to field offers or really consider making a move. That sounds stupid. That is one of the stupidest things I've heard thus far. Why on earth would Rob Pelinka and the Los Angeles Lakers want to witness 20 or 25 games of what we just seen in a 4-game sample size? Who on earth needs to see more? Who needs to see more? Because I know I don't. I know I don't. And obviously that makes Russ the odd man out because you're not trading Anthony Davis. You're not trading LeBron James. I've seen people say, hey, maybe they should explore trading Anthony Davis. I'm not putting that past. I'm not saying they shouldn't. But based off what I've seen and what I know, they're going to trade Russell Westbrook before they trade Anthony Davis. Let's just keep it a bean. He's on the last year of his deal. He doesn't seem happy there. He's the one guy that hasn't been able to play his style of basketball. He's kind of the odd man out and everything. So he's probably the guy that would get traded because you look around at everybody else on the deal as far as contractually to make big moves, salary-wise, no, it's a significant drop-off. You got Russell making $47 million. LeBron will make $44 million. Anthony Davis make $37 million. The next highest guy is Patrick Beverley at $13 million. Significant. You go from 47, 44, 37 to boom, 13. So in order to make a deal, you have to have one of the big contracts go. All signs point to Russell Westbrook. I'm fine with that. The problem I have is when everybody up there sits around and pretends that all of this mess is because they have Russell Westbrook on the roster, when in fact, y'all don't have shooting. Russell Westbrook, y'all can send Russell Westbrook home. Ain't a damn thing gonna change. Russell Westbrook can say, hey, we just going to part ways. Y'all found a trade partner for me. Until then, I just won't play. And the Lakers can play another 10 games without Russell Westbrook. I guarantee not a lot changes. I guarantee not a lot changes. And we're hearing reports about the Pacers deal. Now, all of a sudden, the Lakers don't want to give up the first-round picks that are in 2027 and 2029. Y'all knew what y'all was signing up for when y'all brought LeBron James. What was the point in bringing in LeBron, trading away, mortgaging the entire future that y'all had drafted? Because they drafted well. If we're giving the Lakers credit, Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, even they had Zubac, Alex Caruso. Like the Lakers had a nice young core of guys. And they gave all of that up to invest in LeBron James and Anthony Davis duo. Now, they allowed that duo to tell them to go with the Russell Westbrook trade, in which they gave up not guys that they drafted, but significant pieces to a championship team like KCP and then the Kyle Kuzma part. And now you invest in this, and it's going wrong, and now you're hesitant to not pivot. It's mind-blowing to me. And you get nothing from having a bad year this year because I believe the Pelicans on that pick. So the Pelicans going to lick their chop. What do they say? The rich get richer. I don't even know what else to really say about the Lakers. Before I do in this video and get up out of here, I do want to look at the Lakers' schedule going forward because it's a very interesting situation to see when will the Lakers get their first win. So their next game is against the Timberwolves. If I had to be a betting man, I'm betting on the Timberwolves. When you have Rudy in that paint, right? You have Rudy in the paint. You have Jaden McDaniels length. I'm packing the paint. LeBron, I don't know if Russell Westbrook is going to play. Lonnie Walker, all these athletic guys, I'm funneling you to the paint. You're getting funneled to the paint, and you got to see Rudy Gobert the whole entire game. And what are those guys going to do? They're going to drive, and they're going to kick the ball out to Lonnie Walker, Anthony Davis, Patrick Beverley, Kendrick Nunn. All of those guys that are shooting below 20% from three, those guys going to attempt another 20 threes and make a combined 3 out of 20, and the Lakers are going to get blown out again. Then the next game, you play Denver at home. Denver may have Michael Porter Jr. this game, and the same thing is going to happen. The Lakers going to find a way to – I'm looking at the schedule. When I talk about getting a first win, the only team I can see in the foreseeable future is November 4th when the Jazz come into town. That's the only team because the one thing about the Jazz, they play open. They have pace. They have space, but they're not overwhelmingly big with their size. So I could see LeBron James attacking at Lowry and Kelly Olynyk. But in the Lakers with their defense being able to control Jordan Clarkson so he don't have a crazy big night. But other than that, I mean, the Pelicans with Valanciunas, he's going to work. Zion, Ingram, and they got depth as well, so they can just beat you up all night. Cleveland with their Twin Towers on November 6th. So, I mean, yeah, in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, I feel confident giving them the Jazz one. I'll say the Lakers get their first win November 4th against the Jazz, unless the Pelicans ain't going to play Ingram and Zion again, like they did the last couple of games. We'll see. But the Lakers, man, the Lakers could really start the season off 0-7. 0-7. That's my take on the Lakers. The problems are a lot bigger than Russell Westbrook. I really don't even feel comfortable saying a way to fix this. In the next couple of days, I am going to be doing a video that says 3 trades that could save the Lakers season. And when I say save, I mean potentially making the back end of the playoffs if they continue to lose these games this way. And I will see y'all then. But as far as fixing the Lakers may be off the table. You may not can fix this. You can only save and salvage this season in some type of capacity, but fixing this, because in the Lakers' minds, they have this duo of LeBron James and Anthony Davis constructed to compete and contend for championships. They won in the bubble. They didn't. That wasn't LeBron. That wasn't his last hoorah. He didn't say, "Oh man, feel good to get this one. I guess I can relax." No. They wanted to get more. Because if this was about being patient, if this was about playing the long game, they never would have gave up all of those young guys, man. Can you imagine a team right now of LeBron James with Ingram, Kuzma, Zoe, still have Caruso, Kuzma, like Josh Hart would be on this. Those are the type of players the Lakers are missing right now. The Lakers would love to have a Josh Hart. The Lakers would love to have a Caruso. Hey, I'm Pee Wee the Plug. This NBA Weekly. I'll see y'all in the next episode, man. I'm out. Peace.